The humble
all right.
finessers.
Okay.
Nice.
Ave and Dylan.
We think this is episode 16.
16 or 17, one or the other.
Go ahead and say 16.
We'll just say 16. We'll stick with 16.
Montana.
Sounds good.
Yep.
How are you? How's everything?
You know, I'm alright.
How are you?
Yeah. You know, speaking of Montana. Speaking as
I'm gonna-
some of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Well, let's look before you just jump in and ramble off a whole bunch of nonsense. Which I'm gonna make. Can I make the introduction for you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that
Go
right?
ahead. Do what you got to do.
All right. So I'd like to humbly apologize on the humble finessers to this man to my right. I'm going to look in the camera and also say I made a mistake. Not a full blown mistake, but
It's kind of too early to say it was a mistake.
well, I told him I wasn't going to ramble on about it. I'm going to let him open up the floodgates and just go ahead and give me,
I don't have a lot
the
to say.
reaming, the tongue lashing that I deserve starting now.
I don't have a lot to say. I mean, this is the humble finessers. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not the shit talking finessers.
Okay.
It kind of is, though. A
It
little
is.
bit.
Oh,
But
a ton of bit?
no, so
Yeah.
what we're referring to is if you listen to our podcast, 2 or 3 ago, I think we had
I'm not even going to put a number on.
we had the debate about Alex Smith,
Yeah.
my favorite player.
Right.
Last night was the opening game of the 2017 NFL season,
It was.
and it was the Kansas City Chiefs at the defending world champion New England Patriots in Foxborough,
It was.
and Alex Smith put on a fucking show.
Clinic.
He did. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I'm not ready to say MVP yet. but so far we're leaning that way, you know what I mean? We're starting to go in that direction. Nah, I mean, you don't know. I mean, it's a long season, but it was a great start. Shit.
Oh, yeah.
And special shout out to Kareem Hunt. He is a beast.
Ooh.
He is an absolute beast. The best, probably the best debut of an NFL rookie in history.
Actually, it was.
I think statistically it was, right?
It was the best.
And
the most yards.
his first carry started with a fumble.
Yes, it did.
So I guess he didn't fumble at all in college, supposedly. Like his whole college career, he never fumbled, and then his first carry in the NFL, he fumbles.
Which I mean, playing at Toledo, which is where Kareem Hunt got drafted out of, going against the division that team is in, I wouldn't think that there would be much stout defenses. He wasn't going against Alabamas,
Yeah.
he wasn't going against Floridas and stuff like that. But,
I mean, that's probably why he didn't go sooner in the draft than he did.
yeah,
But
the young
he's
man
wrong.
cooked.
He did.
He cooked.
He did.
And he just wouldn't stop.
Yeah,
He just wouldn't let up.
He didn't stop, and I mean, he played so well that he overshadowed Tyreek Hill, who also had a game.
Yeah, he had 100 and I'm going to say roughly 100 around 25 yards before he rolled his ankle.
Yeah, and
Pretty bad.
one TD.
He won TD.
Yeah, and I guess his ankle's cool. Like it was just a cramp or something.
Okay.
But Eric Berry's out for the season.
Is he?
Yeah,
Achilles
torn,
Ooh, yeah.
ruptured.
Ouch.
That sucks. Eric Berry's definitely one of my favorite players to watch in the league.
Yeah, watching the
Came back
game
from
though.
cancer.
Yeah.
Fucking warrior.
They said he thought he was going to be dead and
Yeah.
came back and
Yeah.
battled his way back into the NFL.
Yeah.
They said he last night when Eric Berry blew his Achilles, they brought up the point that a lot of the starters don't play preseason snaps. And if they do, it may be, maybe 2 to 3 quarters
Yeah,
out of the whole 4
sometimes
games
just
of the
one
preseason,
series,
or just one
like,
series,
yeah.
right? And that doesn't keep them fresh. They're not prepared physically to, they're maybe, I don't know if they're not as limber. I don't know if they're whatever it is, but they're just not. They're not.
I've heard that.
They're not as in tune as they should be. If they would have played, more snaps during the preseason. So prayers to Eric Berry and hope for a speedy recovery. And
yeah, I mean that's been an ongoing thing.
Yeah, I sat back.
Preseason, like, should preseason be shortened? Should it be? You know what I mean? They've always wanted to change it because there's always issues. And
I think it's perfect the way it is.
They don't seem to think so, but
but it gives
maybe if they shortened it to 2 games and then those players could play a little more in those games.
True.
I don't know.
But I mean, really, I think that's more of a warm up for rookies.
Yeah.
And second stringers. You know what I mean?
No, it's basically tryouts.
Right.
I
mean, how many men do they have on the roster before I have to slim down to
600?
600 on the roster.
No, it's a lot, though. I think the last cuts, there's at least 70 plus.
Yeah, I think
because the last cuts is usually around 20 people.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah, that's I mean, what do they come into camp at about like 100, right?
Something crazy, something ridiculous, yeah.
Yeah, and it's crazy to think how good even the people get cut are.
Yeah.
I've been watching Hard Knocks, and it's like some of them are raw, and they get dropped down to the practice squad or cut.
Right. Well, they're raw, but they're not cream of the crop.
I mean? The level you have to be to make it in the NFL is just nuts.
Yeah, it's insane.
The top percent of the top percent of the top percent. Like, it's crazy.
Right.
But anyways, Team Alex Smith.
I sat back watching the game, and the first 30-yard completion he threw, I was get the fuck out of here. I'm literally looking. I'm like, get the fuck. This is like, and it's weird because the day before somebody was making the comparison again between Kaepernick and him.
Yeah.
And I was at work and I was loud and boisterous and I was talking all kinds of shit. And I'm getting it double today. Every time he threw the ball over 20 yards, I felt like a fucking idiot. I literally sat back as he was throwing touchdown after touchdown, and I'm just like, no, what is no? I mean, granted, I think that was the best game of his career. Actually,
statistically, I think it was.
I think he 80% of all.
It was like
his
140
passes.
Something rating. It was nuts.
Right,
it was almost a perfect game.
Yeah, 368 total yards, or close to it.
Yeah.
He torched New England. I loved it. I hate New England.
Yeah.
I loved it, but at the same time, I'm like, no, not like this. No, stop it. No, why are you doing this? Now? I have a podcast tomorrow with Scott. No, what are you doing? Defense, stop him. And like I said, I'm not a New England fan at all. And
I just didn't want to hear it from me.
Yeah, but I knew it was coming.
Humble. Hey, it's just one game.
Yeah.
He might fall apart the rest of the season. We don't know. Or he's going to be MVP.
That motherfucker was slinging it. Hey, you know what, though?
If he plays even close to this level the rest of the season, he's going to be MVP.
Doubtful?
If he played like this the whole season, he's not MVP.
You still got to
fucking shitting me.
You still have to. You still have to think that means Aaron Rodgers isn't going to match his productivity. That means Big Ben isn't going to match his productivity. That means Russell Wilson isn't going to match his productivity. That's kind of a long shot. That's why I said doubtful.
So they might put up crazy numbers or whatever, right? And they will, but I'm really talking about the efficiency was nuts.
Is this going to be?
It was like 80-something% completion rating. You know what I mean? It was crazy.
But I swear, hey. I'm not arguing any point, that I think is valid. You know what I mean? But I'm just gonna say, if he does, that would mean this would be the first year he threw over, like I said on the earlier podcast, 26 touchdowns, over 26 touchdowns, and had over 4,000 yards. He's never done that.
Yeah.
So, and I mean,
like I said, the elites, he's not a numbers guy.
Yeah, no doubt. But the elites are averaging over 30 TDs and over 5,000 yards.
Yeah, but I mean, he did start with 4 in his first game, so that's pretty good.
That's a hefty margin.
Yeah. I mean, I just enjoyed it. I missed the very beginning.
Okay.
I was rushing home, and I was looking at the ESPN app.
Right.
and it was like 2 minutes into the game, and it was already 7-0. I'm like, what the fuck?
What the fuck just happened?
Yeah, and then so I'm just like, this is gonna
Mind
be,
you, this is
gonna be rough.
They had 2 touchdowns called back.
The Chiefs?
The New England before that.
At the beginning?
At the beginning, before they
I
even
missed, like,
scored.
maybe the first half of the first quarter.
Right. They eventually scored, but one was a offensive holding when Gillisley rushed a touchdown, and then the other one I think was holding by New England. Tom Brady threw a touchdown, and that got called back. So, or no, Rob Gronkowski actually dropped it, but it looked like a catch. That's the first one that didn't go through, and then the second one was actually called back because of a foul.
I missed that drive, I guess.
Yeah.
Here's Alex Smith's last 2 games versus New England.
Okay.
48 of 61.
Okay.
616 yards, 7 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
That's huge.
So he just has New England's number at this point.
I think Andy Reid.
I think he dedicates a lot of brain power to New England.
I mean, him and Belichick are like rivals.
Yeah,
they've actually coached on the same team.
I bet Andy Reid kind of feels like in Belichick's shadow. Right. So he probably is like, "Fuck that, we're doing this." Yeah, I mean, I can imagine.
They're both AFC, right?
Now, yeah,
right.
But Andy Reid was NFC for the longest.
The Eagles,
yeah,
right. But that's definitely he's not he doesn't it's not like he's new to New England. He knows, you know what I mean, what to expect. Sure. And dude, shout out to fucking Eric Berry, dude. He shut one of the greatest tight ends in history down. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I mean, I know Kansas City's defense is stout. I'm not. Yeah. I've never ever had anything bad to say about their defense, but the way he covered Rob Gronkowski was just, it was incredible. They played some incredible football last night, dude.
Yeah. No, I mean they got some pieces. Marcus Peters, they got pieces.
Peters went down for a second.
Yeah, I guess he's all right too.
Yeah, he had like a calf issue.
Yeah, I think he's all right too. So I don't know. It was a great start to the season. Shit. I enjoyed it. Yeah. I mean, what can
I'm sure you did. That little guy inside me is still like, no, don't compliment him. No, stick to your guns. Yeah. What are you doing?
I mean, so it's fun to watch because, I mean, as a Niner fan, but Alex Smith's my favorite player. Like, I like that they're in the AFC, so it's like I feel a little more invested in the AFC than I did before.
You go ahead and say it, though.
Because before I didn't give a shit.
Just go ahead and say it.
Go ahead and say what?
I was wrong. Just go ahead.
I mean, you were wrong.
Okay.
You were wrong this game. But, hey, you might be right in the long run. We don't know. But my only point is Alex Smith never gets his just due, and he's capable. That was always my thing. And I think a lot of people forget his great performances. Yeah. For whatever reason.
Because it's overshadowed by a year of him not throwing a touchdown to a wide receiver, I think.
Yeah, no. I mean, but he threw a lot of touchdowns. But
no, he did. He did.
Tight ends and
tight ends, running backs.
Yeah, but no, yeah. That's the thing is, I mean, I think with football fans in general,
highlight, really.
Football fans in general, not just with Alex Smith, with everything, they find a narrative, and that keeps getting run into the ground. Yeah. Right? So no matter what the Patriots do, people are going to call them cheaters. You know what I mean? They're going to talk about the pressure of the balls, right? Like, shit like that. People will find that. Peyton Manning, your boy, they're always going to say he chokes in the playoffs or whatever. Sure. Like, people find those narratives and they stick to it. Right. And this is what I realize with football fans, and I probably do it too, so it's self-awareness. But, like, football fans, we don't watch every single game. We can't. No. Right? But everyone acts like they watched every single game. Yeah. And watched every single snap, even though they only watched the highlights. True. Yeah. Right? So then they try to, like, analyze, but all they saw was the highlights. Right. And I first realized that with Kaepernick. Because people that weren't even Niner fans would be telling me about Kaepernick, and I watched every snap. They're like, yeah, but what about that touchdown to so-and-so? I'm like, yeah, but there was 19 mistakes before that. Sure. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So...
You know, yeah, I'll.
So that's the thing with Alex Smith. The narrative is, oh, he can't throw the deep ball. He can't, you know, he's check down king, whatever. Right. Like,
well, he was
those narratives.
He
does it a lot. I mean, those narratives don't come from nowhere.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They come from somewhere. Like Peyton Manning lost a lot in the playoffs.
There were a ton of check downs yesterday, dude. But Kareem Hunt just made him look like a god.
Yeah.
Every time Kareem Hunt touched that ball from a check down, he made. I think at one point he was averaging 6.7 yards a carry, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was nuts. But the only thing also that I will throw out there is the fact that Alex Hunt was in a sticky situation. They drafted a quarterback that could easily.
You mean Alex Smith? You said Alex Hunt.
Alex who?
You said Alex Hunt. You talking
Alex
about Alex
Hunt.
Smith?
Alex Smith.
Yeah.
They drafted a quarterback home. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean,
maybe a little fire under him.
Right. So I think. Well, he's been passed up before by somebody. So he knows. He's felt that before, and he's like, "Fuck! If I'm feeling this again, I'm going to torch these fuckers for almost 400 yards."
Yeah,
and he did. So hats off to you. Hats off to Alex Smith.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I hope my thing more than anything, I want Kareem Hunt to keep killing it, because a lot of times there might be a flash in the pan. We've seen it so many times.
Yeah,
where a player will come out the gates just firing on all cylinders, and then at some point they just fall off.
Barring an injury, I think he's going to be one of the sleepers of the NFL season this year. Yeah. They compared him to Le'Veon Bell, which if he's, I think, what was his, I forgot what his completions were in college, but I think his last year of college, he didn't drop a pass. And the way he was catching behind him, he's a legit running back, dude. So, and I mean,
he's like one of those hybrids. Like, he could play like multiple positions.
Yes, yeah.
Like he could be a slot receiver.
Yeah,
like he can do whatever. So that was such a good pickup because the Chiefs actually traded up to get him.
Yeah, they thought somebody else was going to draft him, but they got their hands on him. I'm not into college football as much as I am the NFL, so I didn't know who he was. Yeah. But there was a lot of hype.
Well, see, I think that kind of weapon is perfect for Alex Smith too. Like having him and Tyreek Hill is perfect because they can go all over the place.
Well, look when Jamal Charles was.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
That kind of player, like even like with the Niners, Alex Smith would go to
Gore.
Like Kyle Williams. Yeah,
Gore.
Yeah,
Kyle
like
Williams.
These small, quick guys who can move all over the field, right?
Right.
And Kyle Williams was iffy, always back and forth. You never knew how he was going to play.
Right.
But Alex Smith would be hitting him.
Yeah.
Because he would find pockets. So it's like, I think that's what Alex Smith needs is those. He doesn't need the Randy Moss 6'5" running a straight line type receiver. You know.
Although
what I mean?
he did throw a touchdown to somebody that's about 6'5" yesterday, another wide receiver.
Which one?
It was he threw two to Hunt. He threw one to Tyreek, and he threw another one to.
Why do I not remember?
He got me, dude. It was another wide receiver. He's huge though. He's fucking monster. I thought he was a tight end.
I don't know who I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I don't recall what his name was, but he got it in his hands. It was the first touchdown, actually. It was the first.
Oh, I missed the first touchdown. That's why I missed the first quarter.
Yeah.
Or not the whole first quarter.
But anyway, we've. I gave you your just due.
All right, we'll move on.
I got
that was
you.
fun.
You know,
that was almost 20 minutes. That was a long time. That was supposed to be just the intro.
Yeah, I looked at him and said straight up, I'm like, you're gonna have like a 5-minute grace period to
Nah, I'm humble.
Say whatever you'd like.
No, I enjoy.
I would have been. You know me, dude.
Yeah.
I would have finessed in a whole bunch of shit talking while being humble.
It's all
but
right.
it's all right. It's all right.
But Sunday, Hoyer the Destroyer,
right,
starts his march to Canton.
Okay, that's cool.
No, I'm excited for the Niners.
No,
game.
Yeah.
But anyways,
we'll see.
What else?
On another topic. Besides, the devastation that we were talking about, we closed with last week with the hurricane hitting Texas at full force and leaving a lot of people without their property, and a lot of people, a few scattered in, lost lives out there. We're still praying for you guys for full recovery. We also now have to deal with Irma.
Yeah, I think Irma's making landfall
in the next
tonight.
Yeah,
I think
Irma and Josue is coming in
right behind it, and I heard it's a Category 4 now.
They both Irma got dropped to a Category 4.
Oh yeah,
after she ripped through the Caribbean,
Puerto Rico, right?
I
heard that one country, Barbuda, something like that,
Barbados?
is like destroyed. No,
Yeah.
not Barbados.
Okay,
it's a smaller one. It's called like Barbuda.
Yeah.
I don't remember ever hearing about it.
Yeah,
it's like literally one small island in one small town.
Yeah, I heard
and the whole town was just pretty much wiped out.
Yeah, I heard it's wreaking a lot of havoc. When it touched down there, though, it may have been larger.
I think it was a 5,
right,
at that point. So it just.
But prayers, shouts out to all the Florida residents that are going to be battling through that.
Yeah, hopefully, hopefully people evacuated. Just get to a safer place.
Right.
Saw that someone showed like the flight map of flights out of Florida. It was just crazy.
Yeah. Well, the weirdest thing too is Delta. Delta at one point, when people were trying to evacuate, Delta had tickets for as low as $300 out of Florida. Yeah. And last night they bumped up to, it was on Chelsea Handler's Twitter. She tweeted about it. Delta had in turn jumped the prices to close to $3,500.
Saw that. Yeah.
That's like unhumane.
Yeah. I heard one of the other ones, I think JetBlue, they capped it at like $120 or something like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's what you got to do, like,
help
when out your fellow man.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a, it's similar to the whole story with I think Walmart in Texas. They were selling cases of water for what, $30 or something like something just ridiculous. Yeah. Where anybody else, I mean, you can go get a case of water, 24-pack of water. I mean, for like between $6 and $10. Yeah. But they found an opportunity, and they want to, capitalize on another person's or another state's, misfortunes. It's
I
sick.
did see one good story though. These small generators were being sold at Home Depot, Lowe's, and all that.
Right.
But the generators were selling out quick. So there was a lady who was driving, like, she drove like 30 miles around, like going to all these different stores in Florida to find a generator because her father is on oxygen. So he needs the generator, right?
Yeah.
For his oxygen machine to work or whatever. And she finally got to a Lowe's that got basically like an emergency shipment of like 200 generators.
Right.
And she was like next, and they were sold out. Right? But then a guy in line who hadn't bought his yet, he gave it to her. He's like, "Oh, I don't need it as much as you," and gave it to her. So it's like, it's nice to hear those, feel good stories.
No, it is. It is. I mean, there's not enough of those right now
at all.
People are more, they're more heathens in this, time of, disasters, and like some, with the gas crisis in Houston, and you see people going to blows over gas. Yeah. And because they shut down, I guess they shut down some refineries out there or something like that.
Yeah.
Or I don't even know if it's refineries.
That's the thing. I mean,
but
people will do some crazy shit when they think their survival's on the line.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
they turn back, the baser instincts come out.
Right. Well, I mean, on top of everything that's going on in the U.S. right now with, again, the disasters and destruction that's going on, sweeping across the South, the East Coast, Southern East Coast, and in Texas, and
and the earthquake in Mexico.
Oh, this morning, 8.1 that hit.
I heard it killed like 60 people.
There's people still trapped. I actually called Roxy this morning when I knew she'd be awake, and told her she should probably call her family out there just to make sure everything was good. They're all fine in Guadalajara. Mexico City got it pretty bad, but the epicenter, there's now a tsunami warning.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's probably passed at this point.
Okay.
It was like late last night.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, just the devastation that's happening across the world. Yeah. You know, we mentioned last week the mudslide that killed over 1,000 people in Sierra Leone, and at that
wildfires everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, LA's being burnt to a crisp, dude. It's sick though that at this time, with everything that's going on, there's still other debates going on, like race-related issues.
Yeah.
Democrat, Republic, alt-right, far left. Yeah. There's still that debate, and people are losing their lives. People are losing everything they know in this world. Everything that, everything that they call normal is wiped away.
Yeah.
And people are still would rather make a debate. People would still rather block, 800,000 children. If you haven't heard the DACA program, the Dreamers program that Obama, pushed for to make it available for immigrants to.
If you were brought here as a child, it's a way to maintain. It's not citizenship, but you can work. You can have a legal status.
Right.
That's all it does is give you a legal status. And you have to renew it every 2 years.
Every 2 years for a time period. I mean, someone will
not a big deal.
Right.
Not a big deal.
These aren't criminals we're talking about.
These are great people.
Right. These are friends. These are family. These are people that we work with, that we rub shoulders with every day. That the people that open the door for you when you're walking into a Starbucks. If you're a single mother pushing a stroller, or you're not a single mother, you're pushing a stroller in.
Yeah.
These are people that are working for cheaper labor,
paying taxes.
Right, paying taxes. They're doing everything right to the American standard, but are still subjugated to something like a president sending a known racist out to deliver a message that they are canceling that program until Congress decides what they're going to do with it. It's
no real reason either.
Right. It's really just a jab at the Obama administration.
The only things this administration has been able to accomplish is be petty towards the Obama administration.
100%.
All they've done is try to rescind good things that the Obama administration accomplished.
Obamacare, now this.
Yeah, and they failed at that.
Right.
This, Betsy DeVos just announced that they're going to take away protections for young women that were raped on campus or sexually assaulted on campus for no reason.
Wow.
Like there's absolutely no argument for that.
Right.
The only argument is, well, Obama did it, so no.
Yeah.
That's like if Obama saved your baby and you're like, no, throw the baby back in the fire.
Right.
I don't want you to save the baby. Like that's, you know what I mean? It's nuts.
Yeah. It's
fucking nuts.
Yeah, it takes a real callous, cold-hearted motherfucker to invoke fear in young people while shit is happening across the planet. For the people that are global warming doubters, such as our president, I mean, what do you say about not 2, but 3 hurricanes possibly hitting the U.S.?
Just in one area.
In one area.
That doesn't count the hurricane that hit India.
Right. Or no.
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, they had the one in the hurricane in Texas,
Harvey.
Yeah. Now they have Irma. Now they have Jose coming.
And Katia.
And there's 3 that may hit the U.S. And you're worried about 800,000
students.
Yeah, students,
that are just trying
tax-paying hard workers.
Yeah.
Opposed to...
If you're opposed to DACA, you're a real piece of shit. There's really no way around it.
That's
the fact that you want these people's lives to be harder for no other reason that they were born on a different side of an invisible, made-up, man-made border.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's all it is. Like it's a game of risk, and they just happen to be born
right
on one side, and then fuck them. Like, I don't understand this mindset that it's been okay in the United States to be like, well, I got mine, so fuck them.
Right. And this is the thing that
and you were an immigrant. Unless you're full-blooded Native American,
right.
You were a fucking immigrant.
For sure. 100%.
It's fucking insane.
The craziest thing to me, too, is you know, the people that you know, are enjoying this, that are putting up an argument for this. The only thing I would like to ask you is, how does that affect your day to day?
Yeah.
Like, realistically, the people that are the most worried about this, and the people that are you know siding with, you know, Trump, and, you know, again, Trump is such a piece of shit. He's doing this when the world it's havoc everywhere, and he doesn't even do it himself.
Yeah.
He sends out Jeff motherfucking Sessions,
piece of shit,
a known racist, dude.
Yeah.
Loretta Scott King, fucking, she fought so hard to keep him out of that light of, and now he's at the highest point of it. Like, you send that motherfucker out to deliver the message, and he's just the snide look on his face. He doesn't. You can see the
sparkle in his eye,
dude. He loves every second of this
shit, dude.
Now, granted, I mean, people have their opinions. That's fine, but again, how does this specifically hurt your citizenship?
Yeah.
Your fucking job, your schooling. How does that hurt your grants? How does that hurt you specifically? If I mean, give a valid argument.
There is no valid argument.
That's exactly what I'm saying, dude. So
people are just so petty and spiteful,
right?
Like, you don't have to like Mexicans.
No,
you don't have to like them. You can hate them all you want and live in your little piece of shit shell.
Yeah, live in your bubble.
But to legislate against them, like, I just want to make their lives harder.
Right. Yeah.
Like, you know what? Like, there's people I fucking can't stand, right? Just personally, I know, like, that guy's fucking annoying, right? I would never vote for them to not be able to get married. Right. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They just leave me alone.
Yeah. How does that? Yeah. How does that? Like, it doesn't cause as much strife in your life as you put out to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The other thing too is are the minorities that are pro Trump.
It's fucking weird.
I
feel like it's a mental health
fucking mind boggling, dude.
But most of those people, if you really listen to them talk, they're kind of off.
They're not all there.
They're not all there.
They're not all there.
They're not all there. There's no way you can just go against yourself.
It's again, it's just unhumane what's going on.
I don't know
in this country and, you know, around the world.
Yeah, I don't know how the United States got away from this idea of, even though it wasn't acted on, it was told to us, like, you help your fellow man. We're all people. You help. You look out for your neighbor. That was supposed to be what it was going to be, and instead, this whole real America, the ones who consider themselves patriots, it's the opposite. It's the polar opposite. Right. They're like, oh, fuck you. Get out of my yard. Fuck you. I got mine. You know what I mean? I got my water and generator.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't understand that mindset that so many people seem to have now. And I'm sure it's always been around, but now they're proud to parade it around.
Yeah. Because
before it used to be, it almost felt like it was more like on the low, like,
right.
You know, you knew people were shitheads, right?
Sure.
But now they're like proud of it.
Well, that's
like, oh, I'm so happy.
That's this administration that
liberal tears taste so good. Like,
right. Yeah.
You're that fucking worthless in life.
Yeah.
That's the only superiority you can get, is to try to feel that you're better than someone.
Right. And you know me, I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat.
Yeah.
I believe the system fails and fails again. I believe it's rigged to a certain extent. I'm not a voter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which
I'm completely
against that.
Completely disagree with this statement.
Right.
Hey,
but in the same sense is
I'm not going to vote for you to not get married. Don't worry.
Sure. No. The only thing that I just think about is the day and age we're living in right now. This is going to affect Americans in America for, decades, and the way the landscape is shaped for our children's children now.
Yeah.
It doesn't look very good. Mind you, guess what? A hurricane, a tornado, a fucking earthquake, a natural disaster doesn't give a fuck about what kind of politician you are.
Shit.
It doesn't care about if you're a fucking Democrat, Republican, far left, all right. It doesn't care if you're black, white, pink, fucking Mexican, fucking, and it doesn't care.
Yeah.
It will come through and sweep through, and then guess what? Guess who's going to be knocking on your door to come and support you and help you? Somebody that you probably don't want around right now.
Yeah.
So just remember, the shit you throw on somebody else's doorstep, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're going to end up stepping back on that, you know what I'm saying, when you're fleeing from a natural disaster and fucking you have nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
Guess who's going to open that door for you? Some minority that their kids a part of the DACA program, and they're going to open their door up, feed and clothe your family. Yeah, just remember.
Wasn't there I think there was an EMT during Harvey that was a DACA thing. So he was on the news.
Right.
Like he's a DACA recipient and he was out there helping people survive the floods. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, he wouldn't be here. Like, he's a great person. You know what I mean?
Right.
But this is the thing, that this administration throughout the entire Trump campaign and before that, I mean, someday on this podcast, I'm going to do my whole history of the Republican Party.
Okay.
Because if you're conservative, I totally respect that. But the Republican Party is not a conservative party. It is a con. It's a cult con. It's been taken over by rich people to trick people, and it's not a real conservative party anymore. They need to make a new conservative party, libertarians or something. But anyways, his whole campaign was playing off the base instincts of people.
Right. The fear.
Uneducated people.
The fear.
Yeah, fear of change.
Right.
Like, don't you want your neighborhood to stay the way it is?
Right.
Just a bunch of nice white families.
Right.
Right? So if a Mexican family moves in, right, say it's an all-white neighborhood, a Mexican family moves in, it's almost natural to be a little hesitant.
Sure.
Right? We're all tribal. And
correct.
It's hard to get away from.
Right.
But if you're not a shithead, you get past it, though.
Sure.
But some of you shitheads. But if you're a
You're out
shithead,
there.
you get past it. But it's natural to be a little like, these people are different.
Right.
How's this going to work, right?
Right.
And then you quickly realize, they're really cool people. This is awesome.
I'm
it makes the neighborhood better because now there's variety.
Right. Or
you know what I mean?
Or you're one of those shitheads that thinks automatically, the fear of they're moving in, they're going to take our jobs. They're moving in, there's not going to be enough resources for all of us.
Yeah.
They're moving in, what's next? Gun violence, rapists.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what they're told.
I'm sorry, but if actually, there's websites you can go on right now, and you could probably type in, what is that, where they check to see pedophiles in their neighborhood. There's one living down the street from you, and guess what? He's probably white.
Yeah.
Okay. Just throw it out there.
I guess middle-aged, overweight white guy.
Sure. You know what I mean?
Or incredibly skinny white guy with glasses.
Yeah.
Why is that all pedophile?
Yeah.
Like,
they all
is
have
that the style?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
they all have the Dahmer.
Yeah.
The Jeffrey Dahmer fucking look,
it's
right?
Fucking weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, that whole campaign in this administration drums up the racism, the fear of change, all these base instincts.
The extreme.
Yeah.
They go extreme.
They take these base instincts, and this is the thing. The Republican Party for decades has been doing this,
right?
But subtly.
Right.
They just don't denounce it when it happens. They're just like, we shouldn't do that, but they let it happen, right?
Right.
But this administration openly is like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We'll bang the drums while you do it.
While reading,
you have these rallies.
You know Nancy Pelosi, right?
Yeah.
All right. So she supposedly, I read up on it a little bit. She supposedly talked to Trump, and she told Trump, you need to, because they're polar opposites. They hate each other.
Yeah.
They're at each other's throats, tweeting this, tweeting that. When fucking you're presidential candidate or you're president, you don't really need to be tweeting out
nonsense.
But she said, she told him, you need to reassure the people that are a part of the program right now that they won't be affected right now, right?
Yeah.
So Trump tweets with the 6-month standstill while no other applicants are being reviewed for it right now. It's at a standstill until Congress does something about it.
Yeah.
There won't be any kickback from this, which means immigration officers can't, hound participants of the DACA program.
Yeah.
Okay. But while doing this, they're making a deal. His cabinet is only getting involved with Pelosi because there needs to be another deal. Actually, 2 deals that need to be made. There needs to be one with the budget that's going to be up in a minute, and there's another one. I don't recall. I only read about the budget, but there's 2 that are on the table, and the Democrats are going to be at the forefront of that, and they're going to, but because part of Trump's cabinet is against Trump, right? Mm-hmm. So now he's rounding up Democrats, right? Because even Republicans are like, this dude's batshit crazy. Right. So in order for them to get other things passed, this program is at the limelight, so that he's kind of dangling it, right? And saying, well, these 2 other issues are going to occur.
Yeah.
So I can turn a blind eye to the program. But hey, I'm going to need you guys to do this for me. Right? So it's pretty much the right hand washing the left or the left hand and vice versa, right? Yeah. So when I speak about politics and politicians, and I say, they're all crooked, or they're all, out, for some kind of, come up. I mean, when they have to debate, with 800,000 people on the line in order to get something else passed, that's exactly what I'm saying, dude. That is a wicked system, dude. Straight up on both ends.
No, yeah, I mean,
you have to give me something in order for me to take.
That's what politics is.
For you to take something.
That's what politics is, though. It's compromise.
Right. It's not compromise when you're compromising lives.
No, it isn't.
It's a snake.
I don't know that situation.
Dog
I haven't heard about this, so I don't know.
Another topic I read today that you're probably not going to be very happy about, but Hillary Clinton has a new book out.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's called
If I Did It.
No,
that was
OJ.
the OJ
That's
book.
OJ, right? No, it's called Why Now, or What Now, or and she pins a lot of the blame of why she lost
on Bernie, right?
On Bernie.
Yeah, I don't know why they bring this up now. They need to.
I don't know why she'd write a book about it. I don't even know why she'd throw Bernie. She said Bernie was so extreme and promised so much that it made her promises look like, pebbles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then in turn, there was no way for her to win because Trump was playing the extreme, Bernie was playing the extreme, and she was trying to play the fine line, like reality line.
Yeah.
Right?
No, that's the one thing. So basically what it was is Bernie was like, we need this and we're not compromising. This is what we need, right?
Right.
Where Hillary was looking at it more realistic. Like, we'll try to do this. We got to push it this way.
Right.
Like, and at the end
I don't
game,
disagree with it completely,
yeah.
but I'm just
the end game. I think they both wanted the same things,
right?
But Hillary was more like, it's not going to happen overnight, so why don't we just nudge it this way,
right?
To start,
right,
and then we'll see what happens.
Right.
Whereas Bernie was like, nah, fuck that, we're doing this overnight, right?
Right.
So I understand some people saying Bernie was unrealistic.
Sure,
like that's what people would always say, and I was a Bernie guy. I voted for Bernie.
Right.
I wanted Bernie.
He played the extreme.
But he was extreme. But at the time, a lot of us feel that's what needs to happen.
Right,
at this
right.
Point,
but
right?
And I believe that too. But in the same sense, with Hillary, she wasn't playing the extreme, which she probably should have shifted her focus to playing it a little bit. But she wasn't trustable.
I just think it's the way her personality comes across.
Right,
she plays a politician.
Right, but what one of the columns that I read on it, the thing she did that I think actually lost her winning the presidential race was she was a teleprompter woman, dude.
Yeah,
nothing was from the soul.
She's an old school politician,
right? But like
it didn't feel genuine.
Here's your cue cards.
Yeah, it didn't feel genuine.
Right here. Oh, let me proofread that tweet before you put it out.
That was my biggest thing with her. Was like my biggest criticism was like Bernie comes across completely genuine. Trump comes across as completely genuine as a shithead, right? And Hillary,
but that plays to the
Hillary's
part of
an
the
old school politician where she's like, we got to stand here, stand up straight,
right?
Do it respectably, right?
Right.
And in this world of memes and shit,
right,
it doesn't really play.
It doesn't play out like that,
right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
well, she also pointed some of the blame on Obama. She said,
Obama damaged her a lot in the public eye in 2008.
Well, yeah, but no, during the presidential race, Obama told her, don't feed into Bernie. Don't feed into Bernie. Like, don't. Yeah. Like, and she said Obama pretty much gouged her eye out by doing that because, not to say that she was ready to pounce, but him telling her don't feed into it made her not feed into it. So my whole thing is I still blame her for us not having somebody, Bernie's not the most sane motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
But he's not a fucking shithead, right?
No, he's unrealistic in some ways,
right?
But it's in a good way,
right? It's
like you're unrealistic in a good way,
right?
So it's like, well, at least it will shift the focus the good way,
correct?
Right? Like towards good things. Like,
another thing is he was solely about America.
Yeah.
Trump solely about America.
Yeah.
Her, she spoke more of on a world scale.
That's sort of her specialty, though.
Exactly, like with the Haiti disaster. At least it never got to Haiti. She was.
What the hell was her position?
Secretary of State.
Yeah, so it's like she had to think globally, right?
She did, but during a presidential race,
but the thing
has to be about America.
She thought that was going to be a huge win for her because Trump has no foreign experience, like no foreign affairs experience. He doesn't even know where most of these countries are that they're talking about.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like she thought like, well, this is an easy win. So she played that up a lot. You know what I mean? So I totally get that. Like that's maybe she shouldn't have did that. But I mean, hindsight is 20/20. I think she would have been a great president. And it was kind of, since 2008, it was kind of a shit show. Almost in a good way, because the left has some really good leaders in the wings.
They do.
Right? There's Elizabeth Warren.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Cory Booker. There's some great people. Gavin Newsom has been winning me over. Because I always was iffy about him. Because he looks like he's slimy, right?
Oh, he looks slimy as fuck,
But then you really hear him talking like, dude, this might be a really good dude.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, there's I just can't, I can't help but think every single time this shit is brought up, when there's some kind of, legislation going on, and they're mediating and they're going back and forth and they're having their dinners and they're, I just can't help but think all of them are in cahoots with the shitheads, man. You know what I mean? I know you have to. I know you have to.
That's kind of.
But it just hurts me to see it. You know what I mean?
This is the thing. It might be shifting now because of Bernie and Trump. But before, if you were that hardline against the shitheads,
right,
you'd be outcasted. Like they sort of tried to do with Bernie, and they tried to do with Trump.
Right.
Right? But they, in this new age of the internet memes and shit,
right,
Bernie and Trump got huge followings.
Right.
Like organically, grassroots followings, right?
Yeah.
So it's like then the real politicians playing the game, they're just like, well, what the fuck? There's no way to outcast Bernie and Trump like they would have been before the internet.
Oh, for sure. Bernie right now.
I mean, Bernie's been around for so long.
Right.
But it wasn't until the internet where he really started getting a following.
This is going to hurt the top shithead, the commander-in-chief's fucking feelings if he ever fucking heard this. But right now, as far as most valued popular politician, it's Bernie Sanders right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Out of all. And it is because he's outrageous. Yeah. It is because he speaks to the I can't say if there's a middle class, but the poorer class.
But he says what things should be.
Right. And I mean anybody in their right mind who thinks again, but wait, no, they can't have that. They can't have equality. What? Yeah. And they want some kind of subsidized money programs where they just receive money, free money.
Yeah.
No, like I got mixed opinions about that. Also, I'm not going to dive into it, but in the same sense, how is that affecting your day to day? Because your tax money goes to it. Like what?
And these people feel like they're being left behind, and it's an insecurity.
I think it's plain old fashioned hater.
It's that too.
I think they just have.
But deep down, it's insecurity because life keeps going,
right,
and you're being stuck behind,
right.
They're thinking like, I'm just some dude just chugging along here in whatever state, right? And these liberal coastal elites, they're creating self-driving cars and all this other nonsense.
Fuck,
right?
And green. They're going green. What is that?
And it's like an insecurity. You feel left behind, so you're like, how can I feel superior to these educated, successful people? You know what I mean?
Right.
And they find ways, and that's what I said. That campaign taps into that insecurity, that hatred, that racism, the baser instincts,
and it just festers and just grows into a
I saw
a shit tree.
I shouldn't have been reading it, but I was reading comments on some Facebook shit. I shouldn't
stay away from that shit. 100%.
But some guy said something about and my tax dollars are paying for whatever liberal.
That's always the
right.
Fucking
like fuck making someone's life's better. I want to keep my tax dollars.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't
worry about
that.
your tax dollars when they're going to prison systems that don't need to be there.
Yeah, most of it goes to bombing some fucking brown people you don't know.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, but anyways, he said
America.
That. I couldn't help but look at his profile, and he just looks like some random shithead, and he's from like Tennessee. I was like, oh yeah, I bet you're just dumping money into the government, right?
Oh, dude, yeah,
Like,
your whole $2,000 check and your $600 rent, or might I even $400 rent of your 2-bedroom house and your dog fucking Sheba. You know what I'm saying? Fucking dude, it's weird that people just have this complex disorder where. The next person can't do a pinch better in their own life. Not to say they're doing better than you, but they just want a little bit.
Trying to even the playing
field. They just want a little bit. They just a morsel. Can they get a morsel?
Yeah, that's what I don't get about like regular people, I get the rich people, but regular people are against healthcare. Like, what? You don't want to be taxed just a smidge more?
Yeah.
And then babies will be healthier?
Yeah.
And then down the line, it'll cost you less because they'll have preventative care?
Right.
How did me personally, you could tax me 100% and I would be broke if I knew every kid in America would then be covered.
Do you know what's even wilder? Those same people that are like, not my tax dollars. Not my tax dollars.
Yeah.
They're on dirt roads. So your tax dollars are supposed to go to your fucking to your highways. Yeah. You don't even have a fucking road to your house. You're in dirt. You know, the same buck-tooth bill that doesn't know shit about, you know, real fucking struggle. Yeah. You know, they know how to clean the 12 gauge really well.
Yeah. But
they don't know anything about real struggle, but they have the nerve to be like, my tax dollars are getting wrapped up in abortion? Yeah. What?
Yeah.
I am a good Christian. No. Like, you can't... there has to be a fine line when you have to, you know, you have to just strip all people of, you know, their right to vote, you know, that are fucking, you know, you know, you hillbilly. If you live on a dirt road, you shouldn't be able to vote. Straight up.
This is why they call us coastal elites, because what you just said.
I've been just saying, dude. I don't feel I'm elite. This is the thing. In, you know, where I live now in East Palo Alto, I remember, you know, there's still streets in East Palo Alto right now that are uneven paved. You know, our tax dollars goes to that every year. And it's still not right, but you know, we're not living on dirt roads worrying about where our tax dollars go. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Like, you're worried about where your money's spent, but it's definitely not where you're living.
They're not really worried about it. It's just something to complain about.
Sure.
Because if they really looked into it, most of it goes to defense. Right? And we spend
the largest portion.
Yeah, we spend like exponentially more on that than anything, right?
Right.
And they're tricked into believing that there's just like streams of, what do you say, rapists and shit coming across the border. It's like, we need defense. It's like, that's such...
yeah, there's rapists coming across the border, and everything that you promised, everything that the shithead promised, he said he's going to... The criminals, the rapists, he's going to get them out of the country.
Hombres.
But the bad hombres. Yeah. But now, you know what? Let's shift the focus to students.
Yeah.
And hardworking taxpayers. Let's do away with what the fuck I said.
Yeah.
And just do a 180 and you know, since I'm a shithead, I'm just going to shit all over, you know, all the, you know, everything Obama's administration put together.
It's fucking nuts cuz he can't get anything else done.
Right.
All he can do is this petty shit.
Right.
To try to... Basically, his base goes crazy when he undoes something Obama does, no matter how good it was.
Right.
Like all the people who wanted him to repeal Obamacare while they were on ACA, and they didn't know it was the same shit.
Right.
They're that fucking brainwashed.
Yeah.
And this is why I say the Republican Party is no longer just a conservative party. It is a scam. Like, it is a system. It is a con system. Like, it's no longer a party.
Right.
And I'm registered independent, but that's why I've been rocking with Democrats, because it's like, that's the best way to combat this, right?
Right.
But it's like, these people, they drum up the baser instincts. That's all it is.
Right.
Like racism. Oh, that's easy to tap into. You know
I
what
gotta
I
keep
mean?
adjusting my shirt because before the podcast started, Sco said the shirt's a little young on me, and I looked fat as fuck in it.
I was looking out for him. I
keep fluffing it because
I didn't want him to be on camera looking, you know,
suspect.
Looking bad. Yeah, I'm looking out
I
for
dig
you.
it. Thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem.
But I wanted to you know, us to touch on this today. It's really gut wrenching again.
Fucking sad
with everything that's going on around the world. All the you know the hurricanes and the earthquakes, and you know, people are losing lives to natural disasters, and we're worried about politics.
Yeah.
And race.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When, you know,
this is the thing. Politics should be What the Republicans and Democrats right now should be doing, they should be in a room talking about, all right, how can we have the most coverage of healthcare possible? I think we should do it this way. I think we should do it this way. Right?
Right.
It should be that fucking rational.
Yeah.
But instead, one side's like, no, fuck all the healthcare.
Right.
Because us rich people, we don't want to pay higher taxes. You know
right,
what I mean?
and this is the thing.
And the other side's like, we'll do fucking anything. Any healthcare, let's do it.
Yeah. But see,
you know what I mean?
you know what they talk about, and it's a lot about, like, similar to what Trump talks about. They talk about what's working. In order to fix a broken system, if by chance it's broken, you need to be speaking about what's not working, but not just speaking about it, right?
Yeah.
You need to have your facts, all right? You need to do your research.
He doesn't live in the world of facts.
Right, but this is I'm speaking in all of Congress, because right now being the fact that he's leaving it in Congress' hands, right, and he doesn't want to. He said he'll retouch on it in 6 months if they don't have a plan
gone in 6 months,
right? But the thing about it is if by chance they don't come to a conclusion, Congress, right?
Yeah.
That proves even more my belief and my reasoning for saying all politicians are crooked. All. Because
I just, to me, I mean, we've talked about this privately before, but I just think saying that is just bowing out of the conversation.
And
that's not good.
But if you leave it in the hands of able parties, right? In order to talk like grown-ups, similar to how me and you disagree and agree and talk about things, we should be able to have something hashed out in the next month. If they drag their feet on this,
as far as DACA,
just that, right?
Yeah.
They, of course, they're all going through and scattering about some kind of relief programs for Florida that's going to be hitting and Texas.
How lucky of Trump though to have some distractions. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course.
From Russia too. Let's not forget.
Oh, dude.
Every day something comes out about a new email that his son-in-law or someone.
Do you know what Trump Jr. said? He said he was speaking to Russia about vetting Hillary.
Yeah, I did see that.
If that's not the largest crock of shit I've ever heard in my life,
regardless, I'm gonna run with the whole P tape thing. Supposedly, there's a tape of Trump peeing on women or women peeing on him that they secretly recorded while he was in Moscow. So then, when he ran for president, they dangled this over his head to get shit done. But I mean, who knows if a P tape exists? I hope it does.
If Bill Clinton can leave cum on a woman's fucking dress. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you being pissed on shouldn't mean that much. Dude.
But I honestly think Trump burned so many bridges in the United States.
Right.
Almost all his companies were basically scams.
Oh, yeah.
Almost 100%. To any Trump supporters out there, he fucking lied to you, first of all.
Lied.
Completely lied.
Fake news.
So I think maybe he reached out to Russia for loans.
Fake news.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And that could be it. They could be extorting him that way.
They could be.
But there has to be something. There's no way all this happened with Russia and there's not something there.
Right.
Speaking of, there's another funny thing. Did you hear about the statue at or the plaque or whatever at one of Trump's golf courses?
I didn't.
It's on the, I don't know how you say it, Potomac River. It's a famous river. I'm sorry, I'm a moron.
Okay.
But whatever, that famous river, it's like in Virginia or whatever, right?
Okay.
And I think it might have been the river like George Washington crossed at some point during the Revolution to attack when he I think that was the river he secretly crossed.
Okay.
Like in the night.
Okay.
Anyways, but that was probably a different place. But anyways, at Trump's like golf course, he has a golf course on this river.
Right.
There's like a plaque about the battle of the river of blood, whatever. And it said like, this battle was so bloody that this river ran red with blood, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And then historians were like, that it didn't exist. It's not a real battle. So literally Trump has a plaque. And the funny thing is the plaque is written like Trump said it. Has like exclamation points. Like what historical plaque has like exclamation points like it's a tweet?
Yeah.
So it's completely made up, a plaque about some
It's fake.
a battle. I think it's Civil War, Revolutionary
Fake
War.
news.
Completely fake battle, but he has a plaque honoring it. That's the guy you guys voted for. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
absolute piece of shit.
Yeah, that's sad, man. It's
yeah. Our thoughts are with the 800,000 DACA recipients.
They are. Yeah, prayers to you and
and
your families.
the people who couldn't get DACA that are just here because they wanted a better life.
Right.
Right. You know, I would never stop someone from trying to improve their life in a way that doesn't fucking hurt anyone.
There's not enough space, man. There's not enough space. They're taking up all the jobs, man.
Are you talking about the fucking techies? Because you guys can fuck off.
You guys can fucking eat a dick. But
no,
you know,
that's the thing too. Is like in a way, I understand the mindset because of that. In a way, right? But you have to like think rational and be like, well, you should think rational. Yeah, you should. But most people won't. They'd rather, like I said, they go into their shell. Right. Their baser instincts come out. They hate people that look different, do things different. Right. Whatever. And it's like you interact with people and you see pretty much the same. Right. They just want a good life. They just want to. They're not. You know. They're not trying to piss on your boots. I know. I use that a lot, but yeah. They're not. You know. They're not trying to. They're not trying to rape your babies and fucking and fucking eat your dog. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like. Yeah. So and good luck to everybody in the disaster zones. Mexico, the Caribbean, Florida, Texas, the whole Gulf Coast. I hope for a speedy recovery. I hope everybody's boarded up and stays safe in Florida. And again, you know, if you can maybe pry yourself away from, you know, the fake news. You know what I'm saying? Just do some soul searching. Well, you know what I mean. Like, there's still some dude shacked up right now. Hurricane's on his doorstep, and this dude's sitting here watching fake news. Oh, for sure. You know what I mean? Climate change isn't real. Yes, no. Still worried about the DACA program. Yeah, shut those immigrants up. Yeah, shut them up. And you're about 2 seconds away from having your whole fucking house blown over, dude. So just it's crazy the amount of people I know. Especially we're in California, so right. Everyone's Mexican, right? Sure. This used to be Mexico, right? Yes. But it's like the amount of people I know from Mexico, either born in Mexico or born here, but very close ties to Mexico. Your family, you're part of your family now, right? And they're like amazing people, like absolutely incredible people. And to like want to vote or like be happy that they're gone. You guys are fucking shitheads. You guys are fucking like horrible. They're fucking incredible human people. Beings, like incredible people. Yeah. One more thing before we end this that I want to talk about is the Columbia River Gorge. So I don't know if you heard, it's on fire. That's one of the wildfires in Oregon. I have. My friend actually, he was heading up there. Yeah. And he was, I think that may be off Highway 1. Or it's further inland. He had to cancel his trip to Oregon. Yeah. Because of that. So yeah, the Columbia River Gorge was one of the just a precious natural landscape that was it was a jewel, like an absolute jewel. And me and my brother were lucky enough to go there in January for the something or other tour. Plug, shameless plug. No, reason to say. We went there. I'm thankful we got to see it. And I guess some shithead little kids, not little, but like 15, like teenagers. Right. We were all fucking. Were lighting off fireworks. Yeah. And destroyed just an absolute gem. Like they destroyed one of the most beautiful areas in the entire planet. Right. I saw pictures of literally a hill that me and my brother climbed up on fire. Wow. Next to Multnomah Falls, which was one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in my life. One of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in pictures. And it's been destroyed. At least, it'll probably take decades to bounce back. I just wanted to say that because it fucking sucks. But if you guys can enjoy the views and vistas on the something or other tour. We did film a handful of episodes in the Columbia River Gorge. Nice. Unfortunately, that one of the episodes we wanted to do was right across the river, We actually did a fail video about it. It's called Beacon Rock.
Okay.
But it was closed because it was storming and the trail was like really treacherous, so it was
Right.
covered in snow, so it was closed, so we didn't do it. But we had planned to go back just for that because it's an amazing. It's like a rock you can climb up to the top.
Right.
You can see this rock on the shore of the river for just miles. It's
Right.
just a giant rock.
Right.
And we still want to do it because it's on the other side of the river, but it's like now we're just going to look at charred remains.
Yeah.
When it used to be just green, beautiful, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it sucks, dude.
But yeah, I just want to, I don't know.
Sucks.
I just want to bring that out because it sucks.
You have another venture going on right now. You have a GoFundMe.
Oh yeah, I don't want to talk about that right now.
I'm gonna embrace it for a minute.
I do have a GoFundMe. Thank you to the people who have helped.
He's trying to get a documentary going, or is it a miniseries? Documentary. Traveling through the minds of is it still the sports?
No, that one's further down the road.
Okay.
This is for the family history one, and
okay.
I think I should just go through that next time. I'll go through the whole thing, but
that's fine.
I'm pausing the GoFundMe until after like the hurricanes and stuff, so we'll see how that goes because I don't want to take money from people that need it more than my little dog and pony show.
I can understand that, but just when it does go back live, be sure to donate to some cause that's for something positive.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. It's not.
The documentary is a really cool story,
right?
And the thing is, it's tied to my family history, so it's personal. But there's a lot of angles to it that make it a really cool story.
Right. And I'm sure he'll dive on it a little bit more. Again,
yeah, I'd like to, on the podcast, talk about it a little bit as we do it, just because I think it'll be a cool experience. Because this is
dope.
If this goes through, there's still a lot up in the air, like the GoFundMe. I'm talking to the city of Buffalo, New York, for access to some stuff. So a lot of stuff's up in the air, but if I do it, it'll be like my first legit film.
That sounds fucking terrific, dude.
Yeah, so hopefully, it'll be cool.
Just keep your eyes out for that.
Yeah.
Always go and visit our Instagram, our Facebook, our .com. Leave a like on some posts, follow, share.
Last week was supposed to be the first video podcast. Hopefully this week will be. We had technical difficulties.
Right.
And if you are watching there at home, this is a temporary setup. We have an actual studio idea in mind.
Right.
But we just wanted to get the ball rolling on it, so that's why we're just hanging out on the couch.
Yeah. But this is a little bit more comfy anyway.
This is very comfy.
Right.
Yeah.
But is there anything else you wanted to add?
I think that's it. Fuck Trump. DACA.
Fuck Trump,
salute to DACA people. You got a mostly white guy here, about 88% white guy here, about half white, half black here.
Right.
And we support all of you.
All of you.
All you fuckers, all right?
Yeah.
I
even support...
You guys are real Americans.
Right. I even support you fucking shitheads that feel a certain way. I pray...
Just realize you're being scammed.
Right. But no. I pray for you to overcome the hate.
Yeah,
right?
Seriously.
So think about someone besides yourself and your lineage, and think about
well, a lot
others.
of these people are good people. They've just been told the wrong fucking information.
Right.
And that's one real quick. Stop fucking delegitimizing education. People say you go to college, you get liberal brainwashed. No, you just fucking learn the way shit really is. You get exposure.
You do get the truth serum.
Yeah.
But for those stage 5 clingers. Some of you guys fucking are shapeshifters.
We got to get into this.
We can.
It at the end.
The whole women's rights movements. Those guys that are just trying to get some free poon. You're out there. We've got our fucking eyes on you.
I can tell.
You stay away from that fucking healthy vagina right there, dude. You fucking dog. You heathen. Anyway,
I get it though.
Anyway, fucking.
All right, that it. We signing off.
We're signing off.
16. I hope 16.
Boom.